Do not mind my hair. Oh my god. Okay. I should have put a night looks on. Talking videos are the worst. My hair is frizzy. It's humid outside. Need some water. Does that actually work? Okay, let me get my list out. I'm 30. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Curated by Chelsea if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new here. I am Chelsea, and if you can tell by the title, I'm talking about something different once again. I know I was talking about routines and life transformations. I'm still going to talk about those things, but I think I want to push this to the forefront because I am actually living through this. I do want to say, if you hear any noise, it is raining pretty heavily outside. I have filmed this video already a couple of times, and I just could not get through it for whatever reason. The first time was almost good, but I was getting so distracted and kept getting tongue-tied. Anyway, I decided to talk about this because, like I said, I am living through this. So let's get into 10 things I've learned about being 30 so far. I am 4 months in. Things have changed, and part of that is because I did decide to transform my life before I turned 30, but also just because I think this is a big milestone age. So let's get into it. But before I do, don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Let's begin. So here are 10 things I learned about being 30 so far. I have everything in my notes app, so let's start with number 1. Life is just starting. When I was first asked, like, how do you feel being 30? Like, is it different? Do you feel different? No, I did not at all. Like, I was like, it feels like 29, but a day older or a month older. It really wasn't that different. I don't feel older. I still don't feel older. It just was what it was. It was like a new age. But I will say now I am starting to feel it. After 4 months of kind of living in it, there's a big difference. And again, like I said earlier, I do think a lot of it is that I did decide to transform my life, but I do feel like a part of it is just getting older and aging. I do feel like this is a start. It is not the middle of my life or anything like that. I definitely don't feel like I'm midlife or any of that. I feel very much like, okay, this is just the beginning. This is where I start to fully get my life together. Like, I got all the materials to get my life together. Now it's time to implement it. So that's what I'm feeling. So number 2, I can do whatever I want. And obviously I mean things like I can wear whatever I want, I can do my makeup however I want, I can wear my hair however I want. Nothing illegal, nothing crazy. Just things that I can do for myself, to myself, with other people, whatever. But yeah, one of the things that I started doing recently is I cut my hair, and I actually want to go shorter. I want like a nice bob, and I want to keep it that way probably for the duration of the year. I was so dead set on growing my hair long for so long. I don't know, something about being in your 20s, you want to grow your hair long. I don't know what it is, but then I'm like, I'm busy all the time. I'm either filming, editing, or working on some art piece, or doing work for my Etsy shop. I don't have time to be always in my hair, washing my hair 2 times a week. I don't. This is easy. 2 weeks, do my heatless curls at night, roll it up, unroll it in the morning, and go. Like, it's so easy. My style, my fashion style, I kind of have adapted this whole alt girl look a little bit. I still have my classic girl in me, but I definitely really have been experimenting with the alt girl look, and I really love it. I think it really suits me, and I just feel so free in it. And another thing is, I don't feel like I need to ask for permission or even validation from other people anymore. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Number 3, this one is different. 30 isn't old, but it feels like it after 20. When you've been in your 20s for 9 years, 30 does seem old until you're actually 30, and then you realize, like, oh my God, like there's still so much more life left to live. But I can see why younger people, especially on the internet, tend to say 30 is old at your big age, because to a certain extent at 30 you should be matured enough to make good decisions. You should be doing the right thing most of the time. And it is weird when you do see someone who is 30 or older making terrible decisions. I definitely see it from that point of view, but in the bigger scheme of things, 30 is still very young. And if you ever talk to somebody who's like 50 or 60, they're like, oh, you're a baby. You still get it no matter how old you are from older people. So if you're 24 and you're like, they keep calling me a baby, it doesn't stop. Number 4, this kind of is a throwaway one, but you're not a kid anymore. This goes back to making good decisions. Like, you might feel like a kid, you might be a 30-year-old teenager and feel that way, but you need to act like an adult, basically. That's just something I've learned. Take what resonates. That's gonna be my little tagline for this channel. Take what resonates. You're not a kid anymore, so grow up a little bit, you know? That goes for everybody though. I'm gonna be honest. It just goes for everyone. 5. I feel like 4 and 5 could have been just one, but 5 is you're less impressionable. Oh my God. When I was in my early 20s, I was very impressionable, especially when it came to dating. And with me, it was more so from my friends. Like, if a guy like was not treating me right, I'd be like, oh my God, what should I do? Like, he hasn't talked to me in 4 days. Like, what's going on? And I'd have friends say, oh, he likes you. He's ignoring you because he likes you so much, and he's like trying to ignore his feelings. Terrible advice. I would never go for that now. I'd just be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like an airhead. Like, what? Oh God, guys would have chance after chance after chance for me. And then as I started to get a little older, I was like, oh no, you get like 1 or 2 chances and that's it, and I'm out. And there was some other things too, but I can't say that I was like this super impressionable person. Like, I was never one to like do recreational things. I was definitely a good girl when it came to that. I don't know, I just never was like, yeah, I want to try this and I want to do that at least once. Nope, never. And never really been peer pressured. But when it came to dating, oh my God, like, it was like you can convince me of almost anything. Not anything though, but it feels good to have kind of grown up, because I'm not a kid anymore, and not be as impressionable, not listen to terrible advice, and know when a guy did not like me but still wanted to keep me around. So yeah. Number 6 is so important to me, but taking care of yourself is a must. And I'm talking like making your yearly appointments. Sometimes you have to go twice a year, getting your blood work done, going to the dentist. I've been going to the dentist, like, but I actually prioritize that over my medical. Every 6 months, go to the dentist, because I don't mess with dental hygiene like that. Preventative care helps a lot to prevent the emergency dental care. So if you're going and actually checking up on your teeth, you usually won't have any other issues. You might, it just depends on your history with dental care. Also, just the normal eating balanced meals. I'm not going to say healthy, but balanced meals. Not drinking a whole lot of liquor or alcohol, not doing drugs, exercising. Obviously, I really try to stay on top of that, especially now, because I'm getting older and I don't want to I've watched people not take care of themselves. I've watched it in real time actually, and literally disintegrate, and I know that I don't want that to happen to me. So it's better to start earlier, even in your 20s, but if you happen to start in your 30s, you're probably way ahead of a lot of people, promise. Number 7 kind of goes hand in hand with number 6, but you have to put the work in, and this goes for body, mind, and spirit. Discipline, I've talked about this before, and consistency are so big, but I feel like if you're not disciplined, you cannot be consistent, period. Since the new year is coming up, you've made a list of affirmations or manifestations that you want to come true in 2024. Guess what? You have to put the work in to get there too. You can't just, I want to make $1 million or I want to make 6 figures. Guess what? You gotta do something to make that 6 figures. It's not just gonna be handed to you. That's just not how life works. Intentions behind things matter. For me, I know I'm definitely going to be putting in a lot of work, but I'm gonna be working smarter because I do not believe in working harder. I'm very big on resting when I need to rest, when my mental is not right, rest, when I'm just not feeling it, rest. I don't play around with that like that. But I still do believe the work has to be put in, and it needs to be disciplined and consistent. I do want to talk more about discipline, but that's for another video. Number 8, it's easier to socialize and network. I have noticed that since I've gotten older, I'm less anxious about talking to other people, meeting new people, and networking, promoting myself. Like if somebody asks me what I do, I tell them I'm either a content creator or an artist, or I say both. I don't go like, oh well, you know, I social media manager just as the default. No, I say I'm a content creator. Sometimes I say I'm an influencer, but I really don't do much influencing. I'll sometimes even say I'm a crochet artist because I do be crocheting, like but no, I really like to say that I'm an artist. A lot of people tend to say that that's cool. When I first started saying that, people were like, oh, okay. For whatever reason, if you're like an older person and you say you're an artist, people are like, oh my god. But when I was younger and I would say I have an art degree or something, they'd be like, oh. It's really weird. I just find it easier to tell people what I do and what my passions are. I think now more than ever, people really want other people to pursue their actual passions. And part of me, I'm very split. Sometimes I do wish I would have gotten like a traditional type of degree and got a 9-to-5 versus like doing a lot of freelance work and starting my own business. It just would have been easier. But I'm glad that I did pursue my passions because I feel like it is just more fulfilling. And when I get to a point where I'm like painting most days just to paint, oh, I cannot wait for that day. Just drawing on my iPad just to draw, I can't wait. Those days are coming. But right now, I have to put in the work. Anyway, okay. Number 9. This one's weird. And this one's weird. Number 9, your comfort zone is small and big at the same time. So what I mean by this is that your comfort zone kind of goes where you are. So when you are putting yourself out there, you get comfortable where you start to go. So like everywhere kind of becomes your comfort zone, but nowhere at the same time. Like right now I'm in my room. This is my comfort zone. This is where I go to relax, to just be myself, my most authentic self. But when I am putting myself out there, I make myself be comfortable. I used to really reject the idea that you have to step outside of your comfort zone to get what you want and to be successful. But then I realized that that doesn't actually work. I have started putting myself out there, and when I do, I get comfortable there. Not comfortable like complacent, but just I get comfortable enough to do what needs to be done. Like a good example is when me going to the gym. I was not a gym girl. I did not want to go to the gym. I didn't even want to start going to the gym, but I did, and the results are amazing. I actually feel fine going without my boyfriend now if he doesn't want to go. I've gotten comfortable there. Even with gaming now, I've mentioned these in other videos, gaming now, I'll play games without my boyfriend. Like I don't need him to play with me. There's just certain games that I don't really want to play that he does. But when he does, I'll be like, okay, let's do it. Let's go, let's play it. And we play it, even if I'm not good at it. I make my comfort zone. My comfort zone doesn't make me. That probably made no sense. And number 10, it's just better. It's just better. In my 20s, especially early 20s, I just felt like I was struggling. I just felt like I wasn't getting it. Life seemed so hard. Like, I understood things, but I didn't understand things, if that makes sense. Like, I just felt so young. I felt like people didn't take me seriously. I didn't know how to like command a room, and now that's a little bit different. Like, even around my parents' friends, I don't mind having a conversation with them. I don't feel like I'm in a kid's place anymore, because I can be a part of the grown folks business now. Even in mid-20s, 25 was a struggle. 25 through like 27, 28 was a big struggle. Part of that was because of the pandemic. I did feel like I was not falling behind, but like I was behind. Like, I should be making more money, I should be doing bigger things, I should be traveling more. And then once the pandemic hit, I think that put a lot of things into perspective for me, which really pushed me to chase after my passions instead of just doing the normal status quo type things. Obviously, when you're first starting out pursuing your passions, it is hard, it is difficult, and I did do that in my late 20s. But now that I'm 30, I feel like it is getting easier. I feel like 20s is just the foundation, and if you look at it in terms of building a house, and your 30s is like you're starting to actually put up the house, and the house is finally starting to be built after all that foundation that you laid. So now you can actually start to build your house. Well, I don't know what 40s are gonna be like. Oh God, that's gonna look so different, right? Yeah, 30 is better. I feel happier, I feel healthier, I feel just kind of a little revitalized. There are some things that, yeah, like my body hurts. Not really. I don't know. I don't fall into the category where my body just hurts unless I sleep weird, but it's been that way for a while, since like 25. Like, I can't sleep on my stomach anymore. That's really all that I have. Those are the 10 things I learned about being 30 so far. I'm sure by the end of this year, I can't even say this year, the end of my being 30 going into 31, I'll do an update video, because I'm sure things will change, because a lot can happen in a year, a lot changes in a year. So my God, will I be really rocking a bob then? Like a real bob? This is not a real bob because my hair still falls like right here. Will I have a septum piercing like I've been wanting for a while? Will I have a tattoo? I don't know. I guess we'll find out on the next episode. Let me stop. Okay, but for real, so that is all I have. Oh gosh, I hope this wasn't too long, and thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, leave a white heart in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Yes, I will probably be making more content like this, talking about being 30, or yeah, just life of a 30-year-old. I don't know if I want to vlog. You guys tell me. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.